Hey everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, Bitcoin has lost this one fib, and like I said to you yesterday, if you do start to come down, you're going to be in these minimal targets. You can see at the moment we are bouncing off that 1272. We've got a bit of a weak bounce off that at 19215 at the moment. So like I said to you so many times, get fibs in your chart. They rule, okay? Because you can see here you've got this low, and then you broke out here, okay? And you just broke that high. Bit of a fake out, to be honest with you. Sort of slight higher high, wasn't it? Bit of a bull trap, and just there we started to come back like this, and you can see that we're moving through the fibs, and we retrace to the golden ratio, which is a fantastic area to retrace to. So we're retracing, we start to come back up again, some kind of dead cat bounce here, and then we're rolling effectively. So what we're doing here is we're no longer moving up impulsively and correctively off this low. We're actually putting in something called a reversal wave. So this is quite a negative statement from Bitcoin, the fact that that's not a key low anymore. So what we do, we move to the previous key low, which is this, okay? So this is where your impulsive move started, just there, okay? This is impulsive, and right now this is still corrective until this low is lost. Do you understand what I'm saying? So basically impulsive, and right now you could deem this as some kind of A leg, B leg, and this is your C leg drop back down to retrace to this low. So at this point everyone's getting really bearish again, thinking that the bear market is in full swing and things like that, and calling for lower prices, which obviously can come to fruition. But one thing you've got to do for that to materialize is lose this low. Okay, so this low here, a lot of data, there was 5 or 6 indicators telling us that that was the low, okay, and that indicator there, that particular week, that time frame, not the specific target, okay, of 17,593. It wasn't that specific. It was a swing low that I didn't identify, to be honest with you, which I'm annoyed with, but it was that week, okay. The time frame is what I'm talking about, given previous data, okay, was pointing to that being a low. So the most important thing right now for Bitcoin to do is hold that low going forward. So even this, okay, is impulsive, and this could be deemed as corrective back down to that low. It is until you lose it. Do you understand? So at a minute you are retracing. Now what's negative here is obviously we've lost this low. So like I said to you, you was retracing, looking for the continuation of the trend, okay, and at that point you didn't get it. So the bullish can here is this is a 1, and this is still some kind of wave 2. Now this will be invalidated right now if Bitcoin retraces, because this is all it's doing at the moment. You're retracing to this breakout, okay, and you're retracing. Now if you start to fall through these fibs down here, okay, and you start to get overextended, I do think obviously you're going to lose that, and you've got a massive reversal wave to the downside, and you've got continuation, and I'm going to show you all your targets going forward. Okay, so right now your minimal target, if you do start to see Bitcoin come down below 17,593, would be the 1272, okay, at 16,567. So what I'm going to do is drop a horizontal line in there, and I'm just going to drop us on the weekly to check where that swing low is, and you can see it's pretty much there, which I've identified another level of support. And like I said to you, I could kick myself because on the way down here, something I never did is look to the left, and I've always done that, okay, and I could have identified that support just there of that impulsive wave down, okay, that we put in, and that potential low being right there. So at the minute everyone's getting really bearish, but technically all we are doing at the moment is retracing to this low down here that we put in just there, that low, which bounced off that swing low. And like I said to you, if you do start to lose that support down there, okay, your next level of support is that wick low just there, which is around about the 1272 fib of this potential reversal wave that you're going to go through potentially. You've not lost it low yet, sorry. So let's jump back to the hourly time frame, okay. So like I said to you yesterday, this is what happens. Chip chop sideways, things go up, things come down. You still could be in a reversal here. This still could be impulsive to the upside. I know it feels awful, feels nasty, it feels like it's going to go down forever, but one way I've always identified over extension of a trend is whenever you're too far away from this yellow line on any time frame, you slow down and you come back up to retest as resistance. And this is something Bitcoin has not done here since April this year, so it's gone a very long time without a retest of that, okay. And for those of you who don't know how I identified that being the bottom, historically whenever the yellow line here on the weekly time frame crosses and pierces the lower channel of the 5-day of the weekly Gaussian channel, sorry, that always indicates where the low was going forward. But again, zero guarantees, okay. So it's all about this low. Like I said to you, you will come in, you will retest it, providing you can hold it. it could get nasty. You can come deep as you like, okay, but as long as you don't lose it, you're all good basically going forward. So, you know, obviously if we lose it, we're going to go lower, and I've given you targets. You've got that white line there, and you've got the 1272 fib as well, where you will see a bounce basically for Bitcoin. So let's switch back to the hourly time frame right now for Bitcoin, see what we can see. So it is nasty, it's awful, I know it is, but this is part and parcel of crypto. You know, it's so volatile, it goes up, it goes down, and you know, you're used to this by now, okay? It's extremely volatile, but what we're looking for right now would be an amazing signal if we can hold this low in this retracement that we're going through to it, okay? Because look, all this is an impulsive move, and then you're coming down, you're retracing basically to this low, okay? Lose that, you've got a reversal wave, and you've got an impulsive move to the downside, and that would confirm that this is a correction A, this is a correction B, this is correction C, and then you're continuing basically for Bitcoin, okay? And you're putting in that continuation, an impulsive move to the downside, and these will be your minimal targets. And the previous historical data telling us that that particular time frame, not necessarily the target, the price target, just the time frame, that's what I was looking at, nothing else, okay? And indicators looking at that would tell us that the previous data is invalidated there for Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin on the hourly time frame again here, you can see that this particular level of support just there has been lost, okay? So you've come down, and right now you could say, okay, well, your correction's in. So one thing could signify that the correction's over here is this trend line. You see this trend line, it's a key support. Okay, you could say that's the left shoulder, that's a big head, and right now you're putting this sort of mini shoulder down here, and then you're rolling, okay? So this could be a couple of patterns. I did go through this with you yesterday. You've potentially got an inverse Adam and Eve pattern here, okay? Big reversal, run into resistance. One thing you've not done is retest that level of resistance, that trend line. So that could be on your radar going forward. If we was to bounce off this 1272 fib today and start to come up, you could get rejected off that trend line and then continue, because the technical target here for Bitcoin is from the high all the way down to the neckline like that, and you can see that that is where you've lost support right now, okay? So this is many patterns basically. It's some sort of mini head and shoulders. I don't like the left shoulder, the right shoulder, to be honest with you. You could say this is some kind of neckline, support neckline, left shoulder, head, mini right shoulder. It's a bit weak, to be honest with you. There is an inverse Adam and Eve bottom here like that, okay, and you've lost this support. So again, the technical target's from there to there, which is there, okay? So I will show you what that is, and equally let me drop that on for you. That's the technical target that we're looking at for Bitcoin, and equally what we've got is a rounded top pattern like this, is a rounded top, okay? And you've got this support line just there that you've lost, and you could say, okay, well, the target is the same. It's from the head all the way back down to the neckline, and this is your neckline right now for me. Some slanted neckline. Do you see that? Not necessarily a horizontal neckline, because you can see you've not toyed with the 1 fib, so you've got some kind of slanted neckline support just there, which has not been tested as resistance. So keep an eye on that. Like I said to you, if you start to retrace here, that could be a key area of resistance just there. And obviously, you know, come to your charts, draw the trend line, because this would be changing. Okay, can't give you the specific level, but you know, if Bitcoin starts to come up and takes that out, that could be quite impulsive, and it could signify that your low's actually in. But I do think, you know, until we get back above that and start to take it out and retrace to that high, you are coming down, and that's sort of your minimal target right now that you're looking for is 18148 for Bitcoin. So from here, you know, that's a further depreciation of around about 5.74% for Bitcoin. So what might happen here is, like I said to you, look, we're bouncing off this 1272 fib, okay? We might put a little retracement back up into this level of resistance, this trend line, which is this neckline that we've lost, of this huge rounded top, running down, running to resistance, and then continue. So at this point, you could open a short. If you're not short already, you could open a short on this trend line with really tight stop loss, obviously, and then you could be looking at a beautiful short around about 8% there, 8.13% for Bitcoin right there. So that's basically trading ranges, isn't it? But like I said to you, providing we can stay within this sort of channel right now for Bitcoin, and we don't necessarily lose this low, this could still deem that the low is in if we do start to do something like that down the line, okay? So that's your key level of resistance right now. That's your key high, 21868. I think if you start to see that broken, wherever the low was at the time, say for example, we do come down to there and we nail it and get it right on the money, okay, right down there. We don't necessarily come as deep as that 2 fib, but obviously anything can happen right there. If we do nail it, then your next impulsive move I'm going to show you is going to be from there to there, and you will be looking at a minimal 1618, around about 24k for Bitcoin, and that could indicate that that's your big third impulsive wave all the way up. Then you retrace wave 4 to the high of this, you know, no lower, obviously the rules of value wave theory stipulate that, and then you get your final 5th wave up there, okay? But that's the bullish count. Obviously it's valid until it loses its low. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Take care everyone, thank you for your support, and don't forget all of this, you know, the trading, the ins and outs, stop losses and things like that, you know, you can use Bybit to do your trading on a daily basis. A fantastic exchange. do get involved. Thank you for your support. Take care, everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.